Oh, wow.
That we just got 2 weeks ago. So then some
Fancy,
he's in the sun.
fancy.
Yeah. But we got in a big fight earlier. So
Okay.
I
Well, I
I
think, I mean, I
that's a
think,
good time.
yeah, we're not young kids anymore, but I think that it's like, I think, that the wisdom, you get wisdom as you get older, you get,
Hmm.
and you certainly, you have more, I've met a lot of people in my life, and you're one of the most interesting people I've ever met. So I think that that's something that, you could
Remember
impart.
you did radio, we did radio. I was on the radio with you.
Yeah.
So
You could
cool.
impart wisdom with people that I think, that find what, and I'm sort of like recovering from all my whatever I had.
Yeah, totally. You've got life experience and a great story. I mean, Maria Bamford did some time in a place and she came out
Yeah.
great, right?
Yeah. I did time 3 times. Yeah. Well, no, 2 times, I guess.
She might have been too. I don't know.
Right.
You can go compete with her if you want.
Yeah, I don't think I'll compete with her. I think she might have been a little
I
worse
think
off
it's
than that.
battle. I think we should start a new battle. It's like rehab battle slash what was yours called? If you want to talk about it, you don't have to.
Well, mine was more court order. Mine was, well, once I went to the hospital, the University of Wisconsin Hospital. That was in 2016. That was a pleasant experience. Although while I was there, I was literally, I was not hallucinations, but I was like convinced that like I was still making up scenarios, I would call them,
Hmm.
of what reality was, and that was the whole time
Mm.
I was there. So that's when they told me what my problem was. I was like, I don't think that was a problem because I think I was acting the whole time I was here. And but then when I got bad in 2019, when I stopped taking my I didn't take medication for 2 years, but then it just got out of control when I was in Phoenix because I was not sleeping well, and that's when I was like, I still remember like the vivid thing I recall in 2016 when I was on my like 5 day adventure that I was on, basically where I wasn't sleeping for 5 days.
Without crystal meth and all that shit, right?
No, no, nothing,
I think
no,
do that.
no marijuana or anything. I
Okay.
wasn't or alcohol.
Well, okay.
I
Just
was
clear because a
literally,
lot of people go on those bingers and with the street drugs and
yeah,
stuff.
no, I did. I was on literally nothing.
I don't think alcohol can keep you awake for 5 days.
Right. And I was like, one night I rode my bike for 3 hours. I rode my beach cruiser for 3 hours because I was afraid to go home. Uh, and then I sat outside of a Circle K in downtown Scottsdale for like 2 hours, just sitting on the curb. And I remember at one point this Rolls Royce pulled up at like 4 in the morning, big white Rolls Royce, and this this Middle Eastern guy gets out of the car, and the license plate, like the vanity plate in front, said Satan, Satam, instead of Satan. And I was like, what
Mhm.
the fuck is that? Like, and I was at the time, I remember thinking that everyone dressed in black was like, like Men in Black. I was seeing people in all black, but in my mind, they were like angels coming to protect me. And then
Mm.
if I saw people in black, I was safe. And then I rode to a Domino's Pizza, and then I walked from Scottsdale to Phoenix to the airport sober, and but I had checked into a Motel 6 and I thought people were following me, so I left the Motel 6. I checked into a hotel by the airport for like $40 cash, and then I thought I was watching a cartoon on the TV. And I remember I was reading the credits, and I thought all the names meant something to me.
Hmm.
And I was like, okay, this is getting bad. Like this is really getting out of control. And then in the morning, I ended up taking a shuttle back to Phoenix, claiming I was somebody else, but I took a
Hmm.
shuttle. And then I think I made it for another day without, like without going home, without all the stuff, and just, I mean, I was gone, but I mean, I think it was just like not sleeping.
That's a pretty big. That's an episode, but then you had to go do time, and now look at going through all that, and then multiple times in the medical places, not time, medical time
Yeah.
away, and now you're back. and you're human and you have wisdom and you have some more experience, and you can take your ability to do comedy and go deeper than whatever it is you wanted to do on stage before, naming celebrities and unthinkable acts that people don't want to think about.
Oh, right.
You
Yeah.
want to put into their field, which is almost like the curiosity of the what, like nothing wrong with it, but instead of doing the joke, like exploring what makes you want to do the joke without putting that into the field,
Right.
the material that you were drawn to doing. When I first started acting, I was drawn to like doing scenes in theaters that people would go to see, showcases of like full on rape stuff. Like you could pick whatever scene you wanted, and it was like getting raped by my father or something really dark and like dark shit
Why do
scripted.
you think you wanted that?
Yeah, I went through all that and a lot of like I was working out shit. My shadow was like talking like, oh, I need to like process. Not I wasn't My dad was not like that, but it was like process stuff I could. It doesn't have to be the exact thing that you're talking about. Like you're not a repressed Michael Jackson, but
Right.
just that there's some part of us that's shadowy darkness wants to be seen. It wants to be seen,
Okay.
and there's a way to see it and then do your comedy skill to affect the world. Like the night I met you, you were talking about Shamu and something about like how
Yeah,
we treat
that
our creatures
documentary.
on the planet, and like you had a big point of view that you could do. You're so talented, your comedic skills and stuff, and you're smart and your brain. So then what I've been studying shadow work for the last 5 years, doing that practice I've talked to you about.
The circle thing.
Yeah, we were branding it circling energy.
Yeah.
Basically, like your energy fields and all your different energy fields. And if you think about your shadow as a field, you know, one of the fields, like, and almost why would people say that they're timeless? And all this is theory, and I'm going to say it like I know, but why people think that they're timeless, why we feel that is to be true a lot of times when we watch movies or talk about there's no such thing as time, or, dream within a dream, is that in your field is all of your experiences. So us at 30 and us at 40 are like in this field. And last night I did some microdosing of mushrooms, and I
Okay.
started to see like the field because I was with Jeff Purdue. Do you remember him, my improv coach
No.
here in LA? Well,
Mm-mm.
I lived in, the apartment. I lived there a long time. Like you were a chapter, but I was with Ken 6 years and this, and then I did it. I had a lot of chapters in that same
Yeah.
location, and I haven't been out there in forever. And last night I went to see my old improv coach, and he was telling stories. And when we had the band Narcissistic Tendencies and we played on the Sunset Strip, I did a lot of stuff. I had a band, and
Yeah.
we
I think
we put
so.
$1 in the CDs, and like Connie was at the show, and Connie was there last night. She's like, I was there, and she's like, because I was so insecure. I'm not funny. I'm not and Scott Wainio from Saturday Night Live was in it, and I was so insecure that I wasn't a good singer and all this stuff. And she's like, actually, it was really good. Like it was so, and he just spoke of it with so much pride. But I didn't mean to be on mushrooms while this was happening. So as this was happening, my history was flashing the stories of my history, and he
Right.
was introducing me to people, and he was saying she did this and she did that, and I'm at the table, I'm like, I'm in third person, am I not here? And then I'm like, well, actually, those people that you're talking about aren't here, like I'm here, like that's not me, like those are lives before now, like how many me's are there in that fractal, how
Right.
it gets confusing. And that's how I'm saying, like, we walk around with all of the time around us, so our past of who we are is like in us.
Yeah.
Freaks me out. So like we've had a past, and so that's like here in the field, I
Right.
live here, but like in the field it exists, even though it's like that's not who I am right now. Are we
Right.
so many people? I mean, we're still that. So that's like the shadowy stuff. Things get in this field, and sometimes the way they call it shadow is it wants to be seen, and sometimes because it's so icky, whatever it is, we are afraid to see it. We push it away. Like Jeff doesn't let him make any mistake, let himself make any mistakes. If he ever makes a mistake, it's like the world is ending, and he'll attack, because he can't just go, oh yeah, I might have done that, and maybe I'll do it again, maybe I won't. But it's like, I'll never leave the house again because I might offend someone. It's just,
Right.
I'm deep in my story of that, but it's like
It's like he's got to be perfect, kind of
he's
a
got to
thing.
be perfect all the
Yeah.
time. And I react and get angry, and that's not helping him develop. And I have to keep growing so that I can be like, oh, this is that thing where this poor man doesn't get to be human. He
Flawed, or
doesn't get
yeah.
to be like the rest of us. We make mistakes. We put our foot on our mouths. We say stupid things. We're insensitive sometimes, and our real friends forgive us because our heart's like, I'm sorry. I want to work on it. I want to not do it again. Not, oh, that's the way I am, and I guess I just can't go anywhere.
Right.
So whatever it is that's making you want to talk about the darkness, there might be some repressed something, or
Yeah.
maybe you don't accept yourself fully sexually, and it's not deviant, and you haven't accepted that pedophilia is deviant, but you haven't accepted whatever it is, genders, as long as people are consenting and over 18, like all the other stuff that's in our head. And even that is like
Right.
cultural and conduct, but we live in the culture and I want to keep living in it. So I respect the
Well,
law.
even like I just saw, I was watching Inside Edition, which is like my news source, which I know isn't good.
I'm not judging. Not
It's my
judging.
news. It's my news source. That and Facebook, and then I watch Fox News every once in a while just to see what crazy people are saying. And
Totally.
and but there was that woman, the kid that shot up the school, and they're charging their parents. Do you know this story?
Big, yeah, for sure.
There was a kid in Michigan shot up a school, and they're
Yeah, yeah,
charging
yeah.
their mom and dad. So the mom's on trial. So the mom,
What
it
does she
turns
look
out,
like?
well, she's gone to hell in the last 3 years since she's been in jail, or the last 2 years only. She's put on a ton of weight. She's gotten gray, and her hair's looks like her hair's falling out. But it turns out she was having an affair with a firefighter, and then it turns out on top of that that she was on Adult Friend Finder, which is like a swinger site. So they're on trial, and they're asking her all these questions about the swingers thing, and I'm cracking up because I'm thinking to myself, going like, oh yeah, I was on there for 7 years probably throughout my
Yeah.
30 throughout my 30s. I was on there like hooking up with people, and it's just like such a bizarre thing to think that, like, yeah, if I had ever gotten in trouble for something, they would have been like, oh,
That your dirty
you're
laundry can come out.
all the stuff that I was doing, that, like, throughout like, even like, because I kind of stopped doing that once I started doing comedy. So I stopped when I was about 37. And after that, so I got in a relationship, and then I stopped like hooking up with strangers, basically.
Mm.
Although I hooked up with a stranger in 2019. That's the only, I've only had sex like once in the last probably 9 years. Isn't that crazy?
I don't
I
know.
don't know if it's crazy or not, but I mean, for a while there, I was over 300 pounds, so I didn't want to have sex with anybody to begin with because I was like so grossed out by myself. I was like, that's the last
I
thing I
can't
want to
right now
do.
because if I do, I might like break all my walls. I'm doing a lot of estrogen. I'm starting my estrogen therapy soon, but I have to wait for tests. It's very dire. So no sex for me. Um, I had an idea about so we can practice reaction videos by just reacting to our own videos. And I could share the screen. Oh my gosh, something in my teeth. So I could share the screen on Zoom, which will keep recording. I think like we'll have to play it back and see how this worked, right?
All right.
Um, but I could play some of our old. If I have any.
Do you still have stuff? See, I've
Um,
got all my videos are on my old laptop. So my old laptop has stuff with, I think it has stuff with us. Yeah.
can you open it, or that's just somewhere?
I have it. It's over there. I mean, I don't have it hooked up to the internet, so I'd have to go through and set up the internet for it and everything. But it basically kind of died on me. So it takes forever to heat up. It takes forever to warm up and start, but then it actually works. So I can watch the videos on it, but I can't figure out how to transfer it. You know what I mean? To get
Hmm.
to be able to play them on, or to upload them or anything.
You got to put them on like um a hard drive.
Like a portable hard drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found some stuff, but it's like
Hi, in Bonn, away reading for the top.
I wonder how that would work. So if I open this just to test it, this is funny because I just was rebranding my little YouTube. It's not that funny. Like it's funny in a. Okay, I'm very slow at this because I have to push the buttons there. Let's judge my audition. You ready? Are we
Your
casting
audition
characters?
for what?
For something years ago, I don't know. But it's to be a doctor. So I'm gonna practice sharing the screen. It's really short. Share screen. I can't you're right. I do have them on the other I just saw them. I've been like I said, my brain since I quit pot, I've been organizing files. I've got hard drives all over my desk. I'm finding all kinds of data. They're gonna resurrect some of our old narcissistic tendencies. And I don't know, I'm just getting crazy. I'm nervous as fuck, and I almost quit today. So you can see this?
Hi.
I can see it. I can't hear it though.
Do I have to turn it up? Oh my God, that's me. I recorded myself to be my own reader. It's a little overacted. Settle
What do you
down.
do when you have the flare up?
Too much empathy. Terrible. But isn't the back
Sorry to hear that. What were you doing just before the flare up?
So this is you listening to someone talking?
You know, it's a scene. You're supposed to have a reader.
Right.
So let me
Is that
turn
the
it
same
on.
picture behind you now?
Yeah.
That
Here.
is the same picture.
So you have a reader, and I didn't have a reader, somebody who'll go over, you know, you do it over and over again. So I recorded myself and played it, and I'm like trying to, it's not live. Like it's not great to not, you need it's better to have a real reader. I don't have enough friends.
Okay. We can review your technique later to make sure.
She's like, I have symptoms of blah, blah, blah.
Taking any other new medications?
Didn't work out being an actor.
Well, given your recent flare,
I'm a little too.
there's a computer coming for some tests.
You're kind of like so you're like listening and that's your face when you listen?
Yeah.
Like you're being understanding? Like that's your
I
smile
hope
like
that they laughed. I hope at least in the audition room, like they're like, they like were entertained by the ridiculous. Like I'm like, this is funny because it's ridiculous.
yeah. You're like, how long ago was that?
Oh, not long ago, I auditioned for like years. The shed's not that old, so let's see, that
Oh,
was
that was okay. So that was
2022.
that's only 2 years ago.
2022.
Oh wow.
That my talent hasn't improved. It was like, how many years since we were. No, I'm not meant to be an actor. And like you said, I'm one of the most interesting people you've met.
Yeah, you're gonna hold on to that, aren't you?
Interesting people shouldn't be reading dialogue about, oh, well,
Other
how was the
people,
cream?
other people's words. Well,
Even worse than other people's words, like to play I was gonna play a WebMD like AI doctor, like, oh, well, we're gonna get you the cream next time. And how like to be alive and not an ad like that's like, hi doctor, I need to come in for some blood work and some samples. Okay, well, what are your symptoms now? Or hi doctor, I'm not feeling good. I'm not sure if I should come in. Okay, well, what are your symptoms now? Then she goes, blah blah, you know what I mean?
right.
Anyway,
So that's what it was
I
for.
think
It
it's
was
even worse. Yeah, it was audition for like, okay, that was a little bit of a weird one. It's just because I was trying to be a doctor that I thought that was a
that
funny
was your
one.
doctor persona.
Because I'm thinking, you know, I started with Dr. Joycry, and now I'm going to go with what do you call it? Well, I'm starting to go towards, I already changed Instagram to Coach Joycry. What do you think?
Coach.
Yeah.
You got Coach Joy coming?
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, anybody can be a coach, yeah. That's what's good about being a coach. It doesn't take any.
Helpful. I don't have to explain it every time. I'm not a real doctor.
Yeah. Did you watch that show I told you about? about Bookie, the show Bookie I told you
Started
about?
it. It's a little intense. I can't. The bear and Bookie, like they're intense. Everybody's all like it's
Yeah,
intense. Even like what we do in the shadows is almost too intense, but I watch it sometimes.
yeah, yeah. The thing about because they do a thing about microdosing mushrooms on that.
Well, it's basically legal here. You can buy it at smoke shops.
Mushrooms?
Hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I missed
Am
that.
I sharing the screen? Okay, I'm just gonna play the. I'm just gonna play the. I'm trying to be a doctor real quick, real
Okay.
loud. Just the audio on 10 seconds. I'm gonna stop.
Hi, I'm Yvonne Lavallee reading for the doctor.
That's it. That's the best of that video.
Playing for the doctor.
Just because I mean, it's fun to pretend to be a doctor. It really is.
It is, yeah.
I really love it. And I still think I want to pretend to be a doctor, but maybe just not the whole handle.
Did I tell you that I'm a minister? I found out
Oh my gosh, well, you're for real. Well, what's your
for I was ordained. I'm an ordained minister.
well, then, great.
Let me find. I found out that so apparently I did this 8 years ago.
Huh.
I think, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I don't remember doing that. Like, I completely don't even remember doing it.
Well, you're the one with the street cred. I'm a pretend doctor and you're a real minister. But anybody could be a coach. Just remember that. I have one more. Oh yeah, let's contrast it with a more normal one. They're all pretty awful, but just so you can see the consistency of awful. And I'm practicing these buttons. So I have to click share screen, and then instead of sharing the whole screen, I actually can pick the app that I. Don't be scared.
The last time I felt joy was sitting at the park and watching the birds, the bird baths and the giant flock of geese all doing somersaults in the water and just having a great time. And then somebody rolls up on a scooter and started feeding them.
What's that?
They asked me to tell the story the last time I felt joy.
It's when you were feeding ducks.
I watched somebody feed ducks.
Okay, that works.
Not really. You don't have to be nice. This is 2 years ago. I'm not trying. It's terrible. It's not terrible. It's like what?
Is it sad that that's the last time you felt joy? You
No,
don't.
I felt tons of joy since then. That's just the audition question.
Oh, okay.
It's sad of like, do you feel any joy hearing me say that? Like and I was at the park and I felt joy at the park the other day when I was watching people.
So you were supposed to be joyful when you said it?
I think you're supposed to, if you're trying, they're looking for vibrancy, personality, alive.
Yeah.
Was any of that there?
No, it wasn't.
No.
I didn't feel a lot of joy coming through you when you're
I'm
recounting your story of you're like I saw, and then someone came up on a scooter. Someone came up on a scooter.
Bread.
I'm like, okay. I was like, all right.
Okay, I recorded that. That wasn't like live. That was like you can
And then
sit around for
then you sent that in, going, that was good. I'm gonna send that in.
the best one. When I have a week to like come up with my last memory of joy. Like, you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like none of those auditions online were like you have more than a day turnaround.
Yeah.
They were never like, it'd be one thing if you go to the casting, you sign in, they call your name. When's the last time you felt joy? Then you
Yeah.
might, oh, I was at the park yesterday and I saw. But
That was
that was
you had a
my
week,
choice at
you had a
home.
week to come up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could have been better. Could have been better.
I'm so glad I'm not trying to do that anymore. I'm
Oh
just
man,
this.
I couldn't do that.
I'm just this 100% pays off. 100% you.
Hey, what's that from?
I don't know, an ad. It's from a.
Oh,
Is it
being
mirrored? Is it mirrored or do you read it?
a sticker. I can read it. Is that a bumper sticker?
When I see it on my screen, it's mirrored. Yeah, it's like a magazine, a cut, and made
Oh,
into.
okay.
It's a piece of a vision board. Like I don't even have it together. The
You
vision
guys,
boards.
you've got it tucked into an envelope so that you can only read part of
There's
it.
like pieces of vision boards laying around. Oh, I had Johnny Carson. I have Johnny Carson around. Where's he at?
Do those work, vision boards?
Don't know. I've done them all my life. Did I make it? Did I create the dream?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't work for acting. I didn't.
Yeah.
I had one thing on the vision board. It's like an Oscar thing that was like, what's great about acting is like getting to be somebody new every time. So that feels real in my life. Like I
Yeah.
did change my name a lot. So many
Yeah.
different lifetimes in one life, really. Some people get married and they're with the same person and they have kids and it's like that's so many lifetimes. That's what I was saying. Like I was tripping last night about like the past in Hollywood and then this is less than 24 hours. I'm talking to you on Zoom. Like this is fucking crazy on timelines and like
Yeah.
realities and who am I and who was I?
It was 10 years ago that we dated. Does it feel like 10 years?
Feels like lifetimes.
I
Lifetime,
know, right?
you know?
It
I've
feels
been
like a
with
lot.
Jeff a decade, so it feels like a lifetime and for life.
It's crazy. I'm trying to see if I'll see if there's a, do you ever go back on Facebook memories or no? Probably not.
Whatever it shows up, I do.
Yeah. I'm checking to see if,
But on this other laptop right next to me, I have all these hard drives. I found a bunch of us. And if we brand this onto a YouTube, like we could start a new YouTube, if this is fun for you and you like this or whatever. Obviously I'm not very structured, but this felt right as I did it today. And I'm like, just gonna go with the flow. Cause earlier today and last night I was feeling so much shame. Like I've been making these stupid videos online and it's not working and I'm getting less views and I'm like supposed to learn as I go. And it's like, it's like this thing, but
right.
I'm coaching myself to like that guy. I was like, just press record. Now, do I confuse the page I have? Do we start it anyway? I found like those great pictures. Like I sent you the one of Chewy because I can't like text you pictures of yourself on my phone. Jeff and I, he kind of sees my stuff. Everything's like shared across devices.
Yeah.
So I can't like text you old pictures, but there's like great brandings. I don't know. Just get like, could be a great show.
Yeah.
And then the kids last night that were in Jeff's troop, the younger kids, which I'm calling kids that are 28, but they look like the early 20s. And they were listening to the stories of our old stuff and they're like, we would watch that. It was so cute.
Really?
Like
Yeah. I
people
mean,
that
I think it's so different now. Like, I mean, even like the way that we grew up is like not even a way that people grow up anymore.
totally.
So there's that, you know what I mean? There's like this whole thing of like even just talking about like even the life before, like I say, like before 2007,
Mhm.
even from 98 to 2007 is so different than what it is now.
It was changing so fast as we grew too.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, now my cassettes don't work. Oh, now my CDs don't work. Oh, my MP3 player isn't needed anymore.
yeah.
Just
Well, like
never.
even like I started watching the documentary on Netflix about the Challenger crashing.
Hmm.
I remember that when they wheeled the TV in to watch that, and I'm thinking that's like our 9/11. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like that's like our JFK getting shot because everyone was watching that day
Everybody's at the same time doing something.
because
Yeah.
that teacher was on there, and everyone wanted to watch that because the teacher was on there, and it's like like it was like a big deal, you know, and I can remember that. I can remember when Reagan got shot where I was. I can remember being in the hallway. So that was 1981. That's like I was 12 years old. That's still ingrained in me. But it's just like even like I was thinking about it because like I mean there's people that I dated that I never had social media when I dated them, And it's just bizarre, you know, like to even think about it now, like how different it would have been dating that person while social media was on. You know what I mean? Like thinking about like that type of like I'm so glad that there wasn't social media when I was dating that person because it would have been a nightmare. Because I don't even know how I don't know how anybody dates
Well,
anybody
everything would have been
with
insane back then.
like social media like in my like I remember the first time I got caught cheating was because of social media, because of MySpace, because I was dating this woman and another girl that I kind of like just went out to dinner with. So I was like just started dating this woman. So I was like, you know, like first 3 months I was dating. So I went out to dinner with this other chick, and this chick posted on my MySpace that I went out to dinner with, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck? Why would you put that on my MySpace?" You know what I mean? Like, so, and then of course everything blew up, and I was like, "God, I can't." You know, like it just like changed my whole way of living my life basically. Because I was before that, I was always fooling around, you know, like not honest or anything, and never was never was loyal, never was, you know, not always cheated. And you know, like I never cheated on you when we were together, which I mean we were practically together 24 hours a day, 7 days a
Hey,
week.
yeah, I got a tight. I keep a tight tabs.
Tight tabs.
Codependency works well for like fidelity, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I think well yeah, that
Can't
was
be alone for 2 seconds. Like you
yeah,
just like
you were the first person I really ever dated where I was like I was I really needed you. You know what I mean? Like before that, I was always like, "Fuck it, I don't need this shit." You know what I mean? And I would go out and cheat, and
mm,
but I never lived with somebody, so it was like I never had that, you know, like that type of like codependency, I guess, yeah, where it was like God, I can't fuck this up. You know what I mean? It was like a pressure to like not do anything or not to, and I mean, even at that point, I think the cheating was out of my system after I got caught. Uh, in 2007. So I mean, I'd been pretty faithful for 7 years at that point. So I was like, you know, I was probably a little more mature than I was in my 30s. I was just a fucking lunatic in my 30s. Where it's I can't even imagine like my 20s and 30s. I just was, you know, like the idea of getting married was like so like something I would never like. What have you been married twice?
hmm
No, technically twice or technically
hmm
twice, right?
technically twice.
But still technically or no?
Yep, still.
It's still you're still you're still
Yep.
has that ever come up?
Yeah, it comes up a lot.
Does it really? Yeah, because it's are you still getting insurance for that or no?
And
You are?
it's real. Yeah, it's real.
But you have insurance through SAG?
We could chat later.
Oh, okay, about
It's
that.
good. Things are great.
I gotcha.
Um, Lots of great things on that front. No, soon to be divorced probably
Probably. Where's he live now?
in Brooklyn.
Oh, he lives in Brooklyn. Okay.
Mm,
He's still doing sound?
yeah.
I gotcha. What's that?
Very much good friends. We love each other deeply.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's can be considered a real marriage in the law eyes of the law if you love each other.
The eyes of the law.
Have different partners, you know.
Yeah. Sure, I gotcha.
I've been with somebody for a decade. He's been with some but two different people for 5 years each.
Yeah. The laws of
Open marriages. I guess it's a really big open marriage
it's
where
a really so
love
very
each
open.
other like brother and sister. But
It's not a Midwestern marriage, but yes, it's definitely
my whole life has been so opposite of Midwest with so many chapters, and you know, like
yeah,
it's just so crazy.
yeah.
So, any ideas on
What we should talk about?
Oh no, this is great. We'll have tons of things to talk about. We'll pick out shows to watch. Any ideas on what we should call our YouTube?
Oh yeah, it was like you're gonna make a new channel or use your channel?
We can use whatever. I think Coach Joycry, maybe we could use it, but I'm not sure if I'm so nervous. I wanted to start a new one with you where I feel more free. I'm like, I have pressure on that one. Like I've started it, but maybe right now I'm uploading a video to the anti-show channel I have.
Okay.
And I have like 10 channels.
Well, I
So
have like 10 email accounts, so I could start one on another channel. So
totally.
I have Planet Beard, which is a good name for a channel. But I have
And we can
well,
post we can each post to the same our own channels, the same content or different. You could do it however we want, like so at least to get to 50 subscribers, and then we can go live at the same time together on YouTube.
can two people use the same account like that?
No, I would invite each other. I can invite you. You have your YouTube.
Okay.
You can I have my YouTube on the phone, you YouTube on the phone.
Okay.
We join each other. And I mean we need two accounts with 50 um
We each need 50 people.
subscribers, yeah. But if we
Okay.
just start making content and to see
How
what
many
happens.
subscribers? How many subscribers do you have on the Joy page?
170.
Oh, 170. That's pretty good. It's a
It
start.
was climbing like in the beginning of 2023. I was doing the shorts and it was climbing. And I drew past and it just ended and I couldn't function. And I was getting 2 or 3 subscribers a day. It was so fun. And now it's not working as well. And that's why I was getting depressed.
Yeah.
And that one was working with filming the dogs and they're so cute. So I might keep that one like light. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a Coach Joy Cry one. It's brand new. It's like reaction videos. Because that's the why not tap into the rage, and that's the more of our passion is to comment on shit. Like
Yeah.
we don't have to bring it all out of ourselves.
Let's think about another. Well, let's think of a name that would go good for like reaction.
And you get paid on like content retention and how long they watch. So it
What
actually
about
makes
a channel just called? What about a channel just called Moses Joy?
I changed my name too much for that. I don't want my name.
That
And
isn't even your real name,
I
though.
think I know, but I changed it a lot. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. It doesn't call.
Moses Y Star.
Hmm. Hmm.
How about what did I say that it was? What's the
Welcome to a new Earth.
what's
Sorry.
that? Is that Oprah Winfrey?
That's me
Is
on
that
Oprah. Me on Oprah.
That was Oprah, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the top video on my Joy Cry one. Um, sorry about that. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can't hear you. Turn up the volume. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking up on thesaurus.com
Yeah.
for former synonyms for former. What do you think about this? Erstwhile,
For what?
for their synonyms for former, like we say like we were former boyfriend and girlfriend. So like former, another word for former is oh, what happened?
I was just sharing the screen of.
Oh, okay, you're sharing your screen. Okay.
I feel like this channel I can be free on. Look at already, it's super weird. But look at this, how you can train your puppy, 2,000 views.
That's good.
The subscribers are probably all fake. Could be me. But we could do Y Star. But Y Star isn't what it can't be, it has to be Y Star is what you are. That's the whole name.
That's the whole name.
Yeah. It's usually all one word. Y Star is what you are. It's very annoying. I like it. I like to annoy people too. You just can't annoy them to the point of Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Unless you're anyway. I was gonna do something. Yeah. I just didn't want
Oh,
the camera.
bygone. How about bygone for a word? Of your?
I wonder if the channel name has to have reaction video in it. Oh no, I thought I brought a library.
Well, I mean, the ones I see, I mean, usually I'm trying to think of
I'm gonna just do like the match on my laptop is like the asterisk. That's
see, like I'm looking at this one that the guy watches podcasts and then he comments on podcasts.
Can you share your screen? Or no, you're not. It's not on your computer.
I'm on my computer, yeah.
Because we could do a reaction to a reaction video. Want to go
Let's
next level? Want to go? We react to other reaction videos only. Anyone doing that?
Reaction of a reaction video of
Yeah. What if we react to this guy?
are you still there? Can you still see me?
Yeah, but I don't see. I think I have to approve you to share the screen. Did you try? Multiple.
see.
Oh, I clicked it. Here we go. Wait, no. Oh, we could share the screen at the same time. That's so weird. That's what I want.
That's
Advanced sharing options. Let's see. All participants can share. You're good. Okay. So the button on mine is down. It goes mute, stop
there.
video,
Okay, I got you.
and then I think it
Let's
should.
see. Let me get my glasses on.
Yeah, for the
Let's
hard-
see. Stop video, share screen. Okay, what can you see now? Is that
I see
working?
Zoom. Zoom.
Okay. So let's see if I can change this.
Yeah. Perfect. This is Gorilla style. There's like software that's fancy, but this is just Zoom recording. I mean, I don't know. I'm watching how to do it. We can get better.
So I mean, what
People are
we're
gonna like
recording-
listening to us talk over shit or not, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, we can edit this where we just edit it down to a 10-minute clip of just
I'm
what
not
we're doing.
editing it. We upload the whole thing and let the long form run. Then we cut it into shorts on our devices
Okay,
at time. You can cut it down,
I
like,
got you.
and then they can go watch the
Make a
full clip.
real, make
They
a
either
short.
like us or I don't, and people want content to just go on and on and on. And that's how you maximize things. And life is short, so I'm trying to do everything minimal editing. So
Yeah.
eventually the StreamYard will be what's different than this is we're just recording to the cloud, then I have to download it, then I have to upload it. But if we get to what I'm working on is StreamYard, it's live streaming. So we comment, there's no going back. Like, I don't want to talk about weed. Like this one, I'd want to cut or, or not even upload. Just this is practice. Who knows? But we
Yeah.
could have the live stream. This is practice, and we'll upload. We'll cut if we need to. But it takes a lot more time to even insert an editing cut. Like if you can do it, great. Knock yourself out. but it just goes live. And I think people prefer the type of reaction videos like that because then they know it's more real, but I could be wrong. But all of the stuff I'm doing on how to do reaction videos is recommending these techniques.
Okay, you want to watch a reaction video?
Well, you were telling me you like this thing, so show me what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so this guy,
No, I'll let you know if I don't
this
like
is
it.
this is
Wow.
podcast cringe,
Mhm.
and this is a thing he did where Tom Segura got in trouble because
This guy is the guy who got it known.
what's that?
This guy blew his whistle, or he got in trouble besides this reaction guy.
Well, he got in trouble because for two reasons. Well, he got in trouble because he got pissed off about a baggage handler for American Airlines, and
Mhm.
he went on a Twitter rant about it, and
Mhm.
people freaked out because they were like calling him an elitist and all this stuff because he ripped on someone just doing their job.
Mhm.
And meanwhile, he did this thing on a podcast where people were complaining about him always talking. Can you hear that?
I think you have to have your speaker. You have to be able to hear him.
I do
I'm
hear.
going to pick up wherever your mouth is making sounds I hear. So if you can get to the sound that you're being recorded, you have to make your computer make sound. Are you hearing it?
I'm hearing it. Yeah.
Turn it up.
It's up.
On your computer. There, I heard something. Turn your computer speakers louder. Like your microphone's not picking up your speakers, or maybe your computer is. Here, let me just do it on mine. Tom's, I can find it. You know, you. How do I get to
Go on, go on YouTube. Okay, you can see what it's supposed to be.
Tom Segura hates poor people.
Yeah. So this guy has 100,000 subscribers.
I know, but he's one of many that he's not special. There's so many that have that
No,
many.
that's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. It's like, and all he's doing is watching
Yeah.
podcasts and then commenting on
Took a
it.
shower
But it's not all
with
he's
the
doing.
6-year-old. He's 6. He's not 6.
People enjoy his comment.
Yeah.
People enjoy this guy's.
So I can hear, are you
Let's
sharing the
stop it.
screen?
Hmm?
You stopped it, right?
I'm viewing your screen, but I can stop it. Let me see. I'll share mine. I stopped it. Okay, here's me. Oh, whoops.
Hello.
Okay.
If you never shower with a 6-year-old,
There we go. Yeah. You can hear that?
Yeah,
Make sure it's
you
yours.
I can hear it. Yeah.
What's your name?
Strange if you're like, what's your name?
Yeah. I can.
Segura is one of my favorite stand-up comedians.
Okay.
He's in my top
So this
10
guy doesn't even show his face.
specials.
Wow,
I
he gets
follow
away
his
with a
YouTube
lot.
channel, and
Yeah.
I've even seen him live twice.
So he's showing clips of the
He has
stand-up
that
special.
very
He's showing
observational
clips of
style of stand-up.
podcasts, and all not getting. He's not getting copyright strikes.
Yeah, I'm learning how to do this, but you're supposed to show your face. I can send you the videos on how to do it. I have some in a place. I have to focus. I have to do it sober. I can't get organized. But here's one we watched.
I got the wife with me. We
What's
have
this one?
doesn't look
You know this one?
Have such thin thighs.
yeah.
It's not
Right.
so it's a whole different element of mindset.
Well, have you
So he
seen
watches
the
Rogan.
videos of her?
Okay, so he comments on Rogan.
And he has
Yeah,
100,000 subscribers.
Dude, Rogan has a 3-hour podcast, which is insane. I can't listen to a 3-hour podcast.
But yeah, we've watched all.
You watched all this guys?
Then you can see the red line.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this one's got 1 million views on Jordan
I
Peterson.
think you can, maybe if you struggle
See,
madly
there.
as a single parent, you can do a decent job, and lots of single parents do, but you're asking a lot, for a woman
Oh,
to work
Now, why
50
can't
hours a week and then spend another 40 hours with your kids, and to do both of those optimally with no help. And we know
Oh, here we
perfectly
go.
well that when women get divorced, especially if they have kids, they tend to fall down the economic hierarchy.
how's
So
that
it's
look
very
now?
different. So.
Did that
that's
change your
another
view?
policy. Then
Yeah,
another
I've got the whole screen right now, yeah.
question.
So,
You know, we have the answer. The other question
Sorry.
is, well, it's pretty clear that we have to
yeah.
live.
So we should comment on, we should find
So
videos.
I don't want to
of,
watch
like,
those long things necessarily either.
you know what we should comment on?
Hold on.
That's the story. You can see.
It's
Where'd it
like,
I can't
So
stop.
really power
If I mute it, I can't hear you. Wait, I can't find the YouTube screen I was playing. A lot of windows open.
what's the guy's name that I can't think of his name? Like the not philosopher or whatever you want to call it. I think you used to listen to him.
Oh, because it's full screen soon. Yeah, I don't know how to get it full
Can you hear
screen.
me? Can you hear me right
just
now? Or no?
finished
Now I can.
seminar in Miami.
How do I get?
First 8 parts of it were released on the Daily Wire 3 months ago. That's the
I can't get him to stop because I've made it full screen and I can't figure out how to get to full screen.
So it's the archetypal narrative of progression from tyranny and chaos into future. That's what the story is. And we
Try hit escape.
half of it, released it on the Daily Wire, 8 episodes, 2 hours long. And we just recorded the last 8 sessions 2 weeks ago.
Must be
That was an
windows
absolute blast.
open.
Really stellar people participating. Man, I learned so much. I learned so
I got it.
So he just
Oh, here's
gets
Colin.
into like Exodus. He starts talking about
What's that?
Daily Wire and stuff. But
Hold on.
the announcement, so it's pretty vague, but at the same time, the most telling thing that I heard is that it's an alternative to what the World Economic Forum is offering, which is mind-blowing because this is why to me, the World Economic Forum, if you ever look into
Exit full screen. Okay. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Joseph Campbell?
Of course.
Okay. I don't know. What's the other guy's What's the other guy's name that's like Joseph Campbell? I can't think of his name.
There's a lot of them.
I'm spacing out. Give me like one of the main guys like that.
There's a million guys. Eckhart Tolle, Terrence McKenna.
Terrence McKenna, there's one. We should watch videos of Terrence McKenna talking and react to those. Or guys like Joseph Campbell and react to
I'm in.
those videos.
That
Yeah,
sounds
do
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a good video. So we have to think of a name for a channel. What would you call that? That's like what would you call that's new age, right? So it's like new age, enlightenment. Holistic. How about the
I
mystic
don't like any
war?
of that, but it's all fine. I don't like any of it, but it's all fine. My head is going towards like native something,
Okay.
like taking it like, yeah, that's what we call it in the Western world, but we're gonna even like frame it from further back, like boom,
How about planetary natives?
boom, boom, gaga. You know?
Hey, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, planetary natives.
Yeah. Supernaturalists.
Like if it could have something within it, the lens of looking at the world from outside of the world, like we're outsiders looking at it. Wouldn't you say outliers, not the Midwestern life?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let's see.
We're not looking to bring down Joe Rogan, right?
No, we're not looking to bring anybody down.
or to point out like, hey man, what you said. And like you said, you don't want to listen to 3 hours of Joe Rogan. I do not want to listen to 3 hours of Rogan. I would listen to 3 hours of McKenna. I did actually start listening to him the other night. I highly suggest looking into YouTube no ads if we're going to do this. Or we could watch them together and you won't have to worry about it. I have no ads and we could share this. Like, we're not going to pre-watch it, right? That's waste of time. We're going to
Yeah,
react
no,
live.
yeah, like you have an idea or something that like you'd want to watch a topic on and be like, all right, let's see if we can find a Terrence
But I
McKenna
love that
video.
you're pointing to esoteric. That's great. Do you want to do this on my circling energy channel? That's my esoteric meaning of life channel. And we're just funny. We're
How many
not gonna,
subscribers do you have there?
I don't know. I thought 30, but it's probably like 15. I had a partner I was working with, he kind of stopped. But I think it's my channel. I don't know. Let's see.
Plain truth. It's a basic. Let's see. Another word for planet. No, none of those are good.
Circling
Something.
energy is good.
What's that?
Circling energy.
Trying to think of like something that somebody would, once they got to the page, would be like, oh, I like those guys. I like the blank blanks. You know what I mean? I like blank. So it'd be like you could, like, if they're at a party and they were describing some YouTube channel that they liked. They're like, I like the skeptical chemist or something like that. I like the brain developers or something like that. You know what I mean? Like something that like what's our goal? What's our goal of the channel?
To coach.
To enlighten?
If you're doing that in a comedic way. Well, circling
The
energy will go, I could go live now. Wait. So the circling energy one I can go live on. 13 subscribers. So I did a lot of channels. I noticed early on different channels have different abilities. It's super weird. But if we're gonna study that, it's like, yeah, I want to share what about reality, how reality works, and then learn maybe even be less ego and like learn about how reality works and share what I'm learning.
yeah, that'd be good. So like how about the school of something?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the school of
Oh my gosh, yeah.
the school of is enlightenment too much?
Yeah. It's
Okay, so it's the school of the circle school, the wisdom school,
huh?
the wisdom school. Too much?
Comedians, it can't be that simple. If we're not really philosophers that are really people come to for wisdom school, there has to be something funny in it. Unless you really want to drop that and think we can, I mean, I want to be me, right? And not that I'm the funniest in the world. There's a wisdom school. There's a bunch of them. I have emails from a lot of them. There's so many crazy things out there.
School of mockery?
No, that sounds mean.
All right. The travesty school?
I think that we should keep talking about what we're gonna do and then see if words the point if like I lost the words we were talking about like we're gonna why are we gonna stop and pause on like why do we want to share a point of view right now? Why are we putting our time into sharing a point of view online? And what makes us like watchable, you know? Is it a special point of view or is it like comedic skills and a combination?
Okay. Like, are we,
Your sound is weird right now. Do you know
yeah,
what's
it's reverberating for some reason, right?
now it's not. It
Okay.
was.
Yeah, it was like,
Now it stopped.
okay. Um, so is it like, so what do we want to watch? We want to react to what kind of videos?
Um
Educational videos we want to react to?
yeah, we've already talked about Terrence McKenna and Joseph
Yeah.
Campbell and the Meaning of Life, it sounds like.
Yeah. But we want to do that in a comedic way, or we want to do that.
We want to do it as ourselves.
Yeah. So it's like, that's basically, so we're not going to be like, for me, like I would say an idiot's guide to enlightenment.
There we go. That's perfect. Does that exist? Can we get that?
Can you get that? Is that too long of a channel name?
But is Idiot's Guide trademarked because of the books? I think it is.
Are there
Idiot's
are there
Guide
books
to,
called,
I think we have to spin Idiot's Guide to the universe.
are there books called Idiot's Guide?
Yeah, bunch of them. Could be a different word I'm mixing, then we can use the idiots.
Yeah, it's a complete idiot's guide. Yeah.
But that's the like so that's to find the unique that's the concept of like Idiot's Guide to the Universe. I mean, we should try it until we get in trouble. Idiot's Guide to the Universe if it doesn't already exist on YouTube. Right?
Yeah.
Idiot's Guide to the Universe. No, it exists. Idiot's Guide Universe, 3 followers. Idiot's Guide to the Universe has a lot of followers. Banned.
Let's see.
Here, theme song.
What could be the theme song?
We could ask them for their channel and ask them for their theme song and say, hey, can we do a podcast? But we'll take your subscribers.
Hmm.
It's 1,000. They're probably not doing shit. I bet you so many people just stop. Let's see if there's anything new. No dates means very old, is what I found. Are you seeing my screen? No.
No.
Here's 390. They have a lot of videos.
Solar topic.
I can't see the date. 1 month ago. Now they're going.
How many views? 68 views.
Okay.
You should know too. Trusted.
Now they're playing heavy shit. I gotta stop it.
Is it a band?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tied to the universe.
Let's see.
Peter.
Let me look up for another word for idiot. Simpleton.
No, it's more like Mm, that's too innocent.
That's too innocent.
Yeah. An idiot is an idiot, but a simple man is like born that way, kind of.
Numbskull.
Like it's not their fault. In my feeling of it. Somebody's been like, oh my god, maybe it's the match. I just killed myself. So,
Nitwit.
mm-hmm.
You like nitwit?
Idiots, ridiculous,
Nincompoop.
odd,
Pinhead. Dope.
um, shit.
Did you see Hootie got arrested for marijuana?
Is that the one I heard about? Somebody, is it Nashville, Tennessee?
Hootie and the Blowfish, yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee. I heard just Hootie in the Tennessee. I was like, oh, for weed, great.
Yeah, for weed, he had to come up with a $10,000 bail. Crazy.
At least to get sober on that. So
Like
Idiot's Guide to the Universe is like like two wannabes.
wannabe philosophers.
Yeah. Philosopher wannabes.
Philosopher wannabes. That's got a good ring to it.
Or is it philosopher?
What's Joseph Campbell consider himself? Not a philosopher. He considers himself something else. Doesn't he?
I don't know Joseph that well.
Wannabe
But we're gonna go all over the place. So Joseph Campbell's like an old school one. There's amazing teachers and healers that are current, and he set some stuff up. See, what did they say? He was in comparative mythology, comparative religion,
yeah.
Star Wars, Hollywood. George Lucas credited Campbell's work in influencing Star Wars. Intergalactic wannabes.
That's pretty good. What about monomyth?
I think it's not taken.
What's that?
Intergalactic wannabes.
Is not taken?
I think it's not. Let's see.
What about philosopher wannabes?
Yeah, maybe philosopher wannabes. It's
There
just
is one?
so 1D,
Okay.
fractal wannabes. Multiverse wannabes.
I like intergalactic.
Uh,
What does intergalactic mean?
Multiverse in a sense. Intergalactic.
What does it mean to be intergalactic? It means you're inside this universe?
Situated between two or more galaxies. Space terms.
Let's see, intergalactic wannabes. Have you read any
Intercosmic wannabes.
cosmic? How about just cosmic wannabes?
I love it. Cosmic wannabes. Does that exist? Let's see.
We want to be cosmic.
Let's see it. I don't think that's there. That's awesome. Cosmic wannabes. I could change my Y star one that is letting me go. I could change the anti-show title. What's the one with facing here? Oh.
I'm looking up synonyms for cosmic. What do you think of immense wannabes? Or grandiose wannabes?
Love it.
Infinite wannabes?
I love it.
I like the term wannabes.
Me too. I love it so much. I've been trying to get into my stand-up and this class keeps taking it out of it. I love it.
Yeah.
Good team. So yeah, all of these are good. Infinite, cosmic, it's all good. Infinite wannabes. Cosmic's shorter for like a handle that you put on something or at. It's gonna be at.
It'll make a cool logo. You can make a cool logo about cosmic wannabes too.
Yeah, sure. But like
You could
I
have, like,
was gonna
stars.
change the Y Starch is what you are channel to Cosmic Wannabes. I was typing it in and then I realized the handle I got is YSTARIS. And it's nowadays, since YouTube's billions of people,
Yeah.
it's hard to get 7-letter at 7 letters.
Right. Okay.
Even if it's an acronym. So I was like, oh, I'm not touching that because it's hard to get it back.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time learning these YouTube things and I set up the brand account for Circling Energy and I changed something I already had subscribers on and rebranded it and it was a lot of hours. So I'm glad I didn't do that. But in thinking of that, we could do infinite wannabes. It's just longer on the handle.
Do you like cosmic better?
I love cosmic. I love it.
Yeah, I like cosmic wannabes.
Cosmic includes is infinite in a way. And I like spinning that just even in theory, like we have this concept of infinite, but what if cosmic that contains everything?
Yeah.
Playing with the filters of our reality, and you experienced not your story that you started with and shared was you kept making up new realities and they were telling you that wasn't reality, and you used the word reality.
Yeah.
So we're like, infinite's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the whole, which is the cosmic. Which is infinite. But the infinite is a description of the cosmic.
Yeah.
Cosmic is not the description of infinite. It's like a bigger word, it holds more.
Yeah, I think that trying to think. So it's always recording. So when it's recording on Zoom, it's recording both of us like in a box.
Let me stop it and then we'll download it and look. Things change a lot. It's hard for me to promise. I'll